All right, Isaac, this is Joshua.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Joshua is wanting to be a dentist one day, so you don't mind if he watches that, right?
No, that's fine.
Perfect. All right, Josh, so see right here on tooth number 32?
Yeah.
Lower quadrant.
Okay.
It's kind of parallel to the upper quadrant.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yes.
Are you seeing that?
Yes.
See how this 32 looks a little different?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna make a small incision right here.
Okay.
Got that?
Yes.
All right, so the lower quad, small incision under 32. So that tooth's gotta come out.
Okay.
You cool with that? So I want you to try that.
Try what you just showed me?
You just watched me do it. So
Yeah, I watched, but I'm not really trained.
I just showed you. It's kind of like on the hands or on the jobs training.
Yeah, but you kind of.
Yep, just take the Explorer and then make sure that the extraction area is clean. Make a small incision under 32.
I'm really not trained for this.
You watched me do it, right?
Yeah,
Most important thing is remember
watched.
your mask. And if you have any questions, I have an appointment in the next room.
I'm really not comfortable with this.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be back. Yep.
I'm not really trained.
You're in good hands, Isaac. Keep watching me do it.
Okay.
If you have any questions, just call for one of the assistants. All right.
I want to thank the team who helped record that previous video, but really, who would want a dentist whose training consisted of a single page of instructions to begin working on your mouth, or a single day's worth of training? We don't let pilots fly us with a single page of instructions or a cursory test. We wouldn't let them take us up in a jet. I know I wouldn't. Think about a fighter pilot. The military trains our fighter pilots so that by the time they're 25 or 26 years old, the government hands them the keys to a $500 million aircraft. They let them take off from an aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean, fly right up to the borders of enemy territory in peacetime, carrying weapons designed to obliterate bunkers and shoot planes out of the sky. But they trust those young men to have the wisdom to know when to attack and when to hold back. So what separates these young men from the other 26-year-olds you know? There may be several things, but one thing certainly does, and that's training and development. Doctors have years of intense training. In fact, they have to keep training throughout the years of their license. Dentists do, pilots do, and many other professions have ongoing training. In the United Pentecostal Church, we've seen some of our young people make wrong spiritual choices and leave our organization. We believe at least part of the solution lies in pastors engaging with their people, maintaining a connection, and you can develop that connection in training and development. When you share your heart with them and you share your vision with them and you work to improve them, you create a connection between you and them. So we want to grow our young people with intentionality. We want to grow them on purpose. It's a process Brother Bernard used effectively to go from a startup church, and then 16 years later he had a church of 900 people. He had 16 daughter works, and 2 of those daughter works were autonomous, standalone churches. He had 56 licensed ministers enter into training and development under his ministry during those 16 years. What created such growth? Brother Bernard says it was very simply a weekly training class for people interested in ministry. Not just for preachers, but for anyone that was interested in moving forward in ministry and helping the church move forward. Ministry, as the Bible defines it, is simply serving the church. So he asked for young people that wanted to move the church forward. Out of this team of young people, men and women began to feel a call into the preaching ministry. He asked for anyone over 16 when he started, just over 16 years old, that was interested in helping the church move forward. Brother Bernard used Mark Jordan's book on learning and leading in ministry and other such material to create a series of classes to grow his people in leadership. When some of those people began to be called into ministry, he took them deeper with other training classes. He did this every single week. When he became district superintendent for the South Texas district, he took this mentality of growth and development into the work of his district. They went from under 150 churches in the South Texas district to over 270 churches. Many of them were daughter works. Brother Bernard and Brother Scoggins came to Indiana to share this vision with our district conference. They preached to us about the need for training and developing ministers. And because of their inspiration, Indiana launched a multi-pronged effort to do just that. We began efforts at the district level, at the presbyters and sectional level, and pastors began to work in their home churches. As our efforts flourished, Brother Bernard asked Brother Scoggins and I to develop a team, and he and I to take the simple idea along with our team to other districts. So we have developed the concept to link, learn, license, and launch. We want to link and have pastors link with their young people. Following Brother Bernard's example, we developed the simple idea of pastors linking with their adults, calling them to be trained in ministry, and enrolls in the church. Then the pastor would sit down with them on a weekly, at least bi-weekly basis, and offer them classes so they can learn ministry from their pastor. He can do this from multiple angles. He can teach from his own resources, books or training materials. He can use a variety of training materials that are available, including send young people to Bible school, the GATS program, or Global Association of Theological Studies. The Purpose Institute has a program that you can have in your area to train and develop, or use your own material, as we said before. I know as a pastor who was bivocational for a number of years, how time-consuming developing lessons for leadership can be. So in order to help pastors, Brother Bernard has created a series of video-based lessons that are available online at a new website called launchyourministry.com. He has 25 or 26 lessons right now. But in the ongoing process of learning, some will feel called to preach. In the classes that you're teaching, some young people are going to have that stirring and moving to become a preacher. So with the pastor's direction, we want you to send them for license in United Pentecostal Church. This is just another step in the process. Finally, we want a revival of sending. Someone sent you as a minister. We need to catch and release in the United Pentecostal Church. We need to catch them, to grow them, and release them to do ministry. We will die if we're the Dead Sea, only taking in and never sending out. Sending creates a groundswell of excitement as you birth men and women into ministry. The church sent Paul and Barnabas. We need to be in the sending business. The Launch Your Ministry team is currently developing 108 lessons for pastors to use to train their young people on a variety of ministry-related items. We're using the Ministry Competency Wheel, which shows 8 key areas for training. The 8 areas are leadership, ministry skills, personal growth, relationships, outreach, doctrine, integrity, and how to grow in ministry. We also are working with other departments at headquarters, and they're putting together materials for their respective groups. The ladies are developing material for women and women in ministry and women whose husbands are in ministry, and make that available online. The youth are developing videos for young people and training for youth leaders. Home Missions is doing church planning seminars, and they're available online. And they're giving those materials to us, and we'll make them available on Launch Your Ministry as well. Foreign Missions is creating some videos about understanding missions and being involved in missions. So, and the United Pentecostal Church is developing some specific ministerial information pieces that we're going to put on Launch Your Ministry. So we expect to have 108 total lessons from the Ministry Competency Wheel and many more from the departments. On a national level, we have such speakers as Anthony Mangan, David Elms, Jack Cunningham, Nathan Scoggins, Ken Gurley, Raymond Woodward, Ken Colgrove, Flo Shaw, Scott Marshall, myself, and many others. All are accomplished speakers and leaders. Each of these men are dedicating and volunteering their time and talent to help you build your ministry team. The sessions are generally from 15 to 30 minutes each. Our target is 18 to 20 minutes. We believe this will help you develop the ministry team at your church with your direction as well. So you'll bring in young people, watch the videos with them, and then you have plenty of time to put your heartbeat into the lesson. You give your perspective and your ideas and how this really will help the church move forward, and you can continue that development from the pastor's heartbeat. So it really is connecting the pastor with great training with young people that long to move the church forward. This eases your preparation time and allows that connection with your team, providing the quality material that you as pastor can direct. So there are a number of folks working very hard to help you grow your ministry team and in turn grow your church. They're going to help you to accomplish that. So we hope that you'll take advantage of this opportunity. And here is your Launcher Ministry Coordinator to tell you a little bit more about how this can work in your district, in your section, and in your local church. Thank you, and may the Lord bless you.